Keela, why you do it, young miss? Everybody talking about this orange ends young lady. Is it orange though or is it gold? Boy, I don't even know. With all this gel and gunk, might as well I plead colorblind. It's one thing to be famous, you know, but another thing to have people talking about you negatively.
Keela Rain has been the topic on many people's lips for the past couple of weeks because of her 100 days of not washing her natural hair challenge. Whether she did it for fun, attention, as an experiment, I don't know. However, what I do know is that Keela is not the first or only person who has put off wash day for weeks and even months. So many women do this for one reason or the other. For some, life just happened. Sickness struck. A demanding job got even more demanding. The death of a loved one. And for others, a protective style challenge which they may have left in for too long, relishing the freedom that comes from not having to comb their hair. What draws the line between Keela and these women though is more than just the attention she's getting. It's her actions. As you can see, Keela doesn't just keep putting off wash day, but every day she packs on more and more gel on her hair to the point where her hair is so stiff and dry, it sounds like this. Detangling is almost impossible and the state of her scalp becomes so deplorable.
A moth thought it a good place to live and the poor thing died.
Moths are generally fragile insects, but according to Google, female moth dies after laying eggs. But even though a lot of people on TikTok concluded that it's a female moth and claim to have seen the eggs on her scalp, let's hope that's not the case. Because behind all her excesses, I know this young woman has feelings and I wouldn't want to see her go through that. Whatever her reason was for doing this, Keela ran a grave risk by allowing her scalp to become like that. A moth laying eggs on her scalp is just one of many things that can happen. Scalp fungus, severe cases of dandruff or scalp eczema, folliculitis, which can cause sores that never fully heal, resulting in hair loss, are just a few of the things that can happen when you leave your scalp in this kind of condition. There's nothing wrong with prolonging your wash day to see how far you can go and how much your scalp can endure, as it's by trying out new things you learn what works and what doesn't work for you. But Keela or Kyla, I hope I'm getting the pronunciation right, would obviously and definitely not be a good example to follow. For argument's sake though, let's say Keela was doing all this as an experiment. It would have made more sense she had just left her hair in a protective style and monitor her scalp on a weekly basis to see how much and how fast buildup is accumulating. And of course, ditch the gels and use products that offers moisture and actually benefits her scalp and her hair. Because everybody knows, or everybody should know by now, that gels cause your hair to look flaky and dirty very quickly. Ever paid attention to people who do wash and goes? They usually need to wash their hair at least bi-weekly, if not every week. So obviously 100 days of using gels excessively and not washing will look outrageously disgusting. Remember earlier how I said she's not the only or first person who has gone so long without washing her hair? Extending wash day isn't anything new in our community, because unlike the straight hair types, our hair is kinky and coily, which makes it a little more difficult for the natural oil our scalp produces, aka sebum, to get down the length of our strands. Hence, moderately extending wash day actually gives the sebum time to coat our strands, nourishing and fortifying them. The belief that dirt grows hair has long been debunked. Everybody knows that's just a myth in the natural hair community. But while dirt doesn't grow your hair any faster, what does is less manipulation. The less you touch and play around with your hair is the less it will break and the more length you will retain. And this is why a lot of naturals wash their hair less often. It may not be over 3 months like Keela, but they wash less in hopes of reducing manipulation and retaining hair growth. If you're a person that doesn't have natural hair but is fascinated by it, or you're a new natural that doesn't know how long is it okay to go without washing your hair, this is what I'll say to you. Forget what you saw Keela doing. I wish she had thought it through before doing all that, because what people don't realize is once you are a part of something, whatever you do or wherever you go, you are representing it. If you have natural hair, you are representing the natural hair community, even if you don't want to. People will look at what you do and think that's how it is in general, and sometimes even judge others based off just one person. It's similar to being a Christian. If one person does something unchristlike, the entire church is blamed for it. I believe the question of how long is it okay to go without washing your hair will have to be more of an individual thing. It cannot be a one-size-fits-all type of answer, because each person's scalp and hair is different. So while I can go a month, you may only can go 2 weeks. The clearest signs and symptoms that your hair needs to be washed is itchiness and buildup. Once you start to see and experience these, there's no use prolonging any further, because then you run the risk of causing damage, and like Keela, creating a habitat for moths. Just wash your hair. And if you find that you can go beyond a month and that works great for you, your scalp is cool and calm, your hair is flourishing and still absorbing moisture properly, my only advice is, if you keep your hair in protective styles, ensure you don't leave your hair to tangle and get to a difficult to handle state. Balance is always most important, so figure out your balance and work with that. And that sums it up for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, you learned something, and please remember to like, share and subscribe. I also really do appreciate you guys' feedback, so feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Until the next video, please take care. Bye.